Maayong adlaw, ¿cómo está? This is Ben from Philippines Xtremes coming to you outside of Cebu City and About Cordova. So today I'm going to be talking about an important issue that can affect many expats here, a dynamic that hasn't even really been a factor, which inevitably could be a detriment to a lot of people, especially if they haven't gone about it doing their due diligence and being wise about who they decided to shack up with. So what am I talking about? I'm talking about divorce. Dun, dun, dun. So last week, the Senate approved a measure that provides absolute divorce. As you guys know, before, the only option to break up a marriage was annulment. And annulment was expensive, lengthy, and no guarantee that it would even get approved. But this measure that has actually passed the Senate has legs, and it very well could be a factor moving forward. Now, don't be alarmed. It hasn't fully been approved yet. It has a lot of opposition. Many senators don't agree with it. It hasn't reached, the final signature phase for it to become an active law. But you can rest assured that this will be a factor moving forward in the future. So why is that important to expats? Well, a lot of expats, you'll hear them talk and they'll say that, they feel a sense of confidence about marriage here because divorce is not legal. However, this is, going to be throw a huge wrench into their comfort, evidently, if this passes. And there's no talk about, how a divorce would even be handled, property, finances, et cetera, et cetera. None of that is even in play yet. This is just putting, the bill on the books, the law on the books. I'm not really a legal guy, so I don't know the exact terminology. But like I said, it has not been approved yet, but it has gone its full length through and seen approval through the House, through the Senate. But there are many people, prominent people that are in opposition against this. So why should divorce be considered here? So I'm just going to give you an example of a woman that I saw in an interview. Meet Stella S. Now, Stella got involved in a relationship at an early age when she was 16. And she became pregnant, and her parents essentially pushed her into marrying the man. And ultimately, subsequently, they ended up having a couple more kids, but the marriage was just dysfunctional, and eventually the man ended up leaving. She tried, multiple times to try to reconcile and do the right things and to repair the marriage. But as we all know, sometimes, things are just too far gone and they couldn't find a resolution. So the man and her separated. He's moved on, and she's, at home with the kids and working and whatnot. And eventually she met somebody else, and they are in love, and they would love to be together. However, they tried the annulment route, and they went through the whole process. Inevitably, it was denied, but they haven't given up. They've stayed together. They just, there's a stigma about it. With being married, she's like a mistress, and that stigma, carries, in society, and it creates gossip, and it's really frowned upon here. So she can't legally be with the man that she loves. So this is kind of an example as to why people are saying that divorce should be legal here in the Philippines. And, there are other reasons like abusive relationships, non-existent relationships, the man stepping out all the time, alcohol, financial problems, you name it. These are all the arguments for divorce. And according to statistics and polls that they have taken, Filipinos are about 50% in agreement that divorce should be legal here. So it's coming around. So as expats, of course, that is another factor that people will have to consider moving forward. Again, hasn't passed yet, but down the line, you can probably be sure that eventually, and if it doesn't pass this time, in a few years, it will. So that can affect people a lot. And then there's, things that an extra dynamic that people are going to have to consider as far as, having a serious relationship here in the Philippines. The Philippines is the only nation left in the world where divorce is illegal. And the Vatican is illegal too, but the Philippines is the only other place on the planet where divorce is illegal. And, it's created a lot of controversy around the world where women are saying that they're stuck in relationships, bad relationships. And, that even affects men too. Men get stuck in dysfunctional relationships that they can't get out of also. So, I'm not giving my opinion on yay or nay on it. I think a lot of people know what my opinion is on divorce. Preferably, you don't break God's covenant, but sometimes, sometimes these things just get forced upon people. So that's the breaking news. I just wanted to let people know that this could be a factor moving forward for people. A lot of expats come here with their set amount of finances, their pensions and things, and they don't really consider that being a factor. But it very well could be in the coming days or in the near future. So thanks for watching and have a blessed day.